Let me start with a question. If you had an extra 6 hours handed to you every day, how would you use them? Sleep more? Spend time with family? Finally pick up that guitar collecting dust in the corner? Or maybe just breathe without feeling like you're racing a clock that never slows down? That's the question I asked myself not too long ago. I wasn't looking for a miracle or a magic bullet. I was just exhausted. I was doing the whole wake up early, grind, push harder routine, and it felt like I was sprinting on a treadmill. No matter how much I ran, I wasn't getting ahead. Then, quietly, almost by accident, I stumbled onto something that flipped my workday upside down, using AI not as a toy, not as a gimmick, but as a genuine partner. The kind of partner that helps me finish what used to take me 8 long hours in just 2. Now, I know that sounds like hype. It sounds like one of those get-rich-quick ads you skip on YouTube. But I promise you, it's not. It's real. And in this story, I'm going to walk you through exactly how I built my system, how I use it, and how you can too. When I realized I was the bottleneck picture. This, my desk at 10 p.m., papers scattered everywhere, laptop open with 27 tabs, half of which I can't even remember opening. My coffee mug cold, the to-do list glaring at me with unchecked boxes. And me? I was mentally fried. That night, something hit me. It wasn't that the work itself was impossible. It wasn't even that I had too much on my plate. The real problem was me. My own brain was the bottleneck. I was spending hours drafting emails, rewriting documents, fiddling with copy, overthinking presentations, all things that ate time but didn't actually require me. Meeting my digital assistant, enter AI. At first, I was skeptical. I thought of it as a fun tool, like asking a robot silly questions or having it write a haiku about pizza. But the more I played with it, the more I realized something. This wasn't just a gadget. This was a coworker, a teammate who never got tired, never complained, and never needed coffee breaks. But here's the catch. AI isn't magic. It's not going to swoop in and solve your problems while you binge Netflix.
What's stopping you? Are you too tired? Didn't get enough sleep? Don't have enough energy? Enough time? Is that what's stopping you right now? Don't have enough money? Is that the thing? Stopping you. You.
Excuses sound.
You have to train it, guide it, and most importantly, you have to know what to ask. That's where my system comes in. My secret system, the 5-part flow. Think of this like my personal assembly line. It's simple, but it's the reason I can shrink 8 hours into 2. 1. Offload the busy work. Emails, reports, summaries, first drafts. AI eats this stuff for breakfast. Instead of me sweating over the perfect opening line for an email, I let AI spit out 3 versions. I skim, tweak, hit send. What used to take 30 minutes now takes 3. 2. Brainstorm without limits. Staring at a blank page is torture, but AI doesn't get blank page syndrome. I throw in a messy idea.
Get off the pity potty. Telling everybody your sad and sob stories, trying to get to show up to your pity potties and your pity parade. If you ever see me in a Rolls Royce, a 6 or tail, living my life to the fullest, don't get jealous of me, because I work my ass off to get. Nobody handed me nothing.
Make this marketing plan fun, like a theme park map, and it spits out wild directions I'd never have thought of. From there, I sculpt, refine, and make it mine. 3. Structure before style. Here's where the secret sauce really kicks in. Most people waste hours writing, rewriting, and moving paragraphs around. I don't. I tell AI, give me a skeleton outline with 3 key points, a story, and a takeaway. Suddenly, I have bones to build on. It's like hiring an architect before you decorate the house. 4. Speed edit. With precision. Editing used to drain me.
Got a problem with your life? You got a problem with your environment? Do something about it. If you want.
Recognize the excuses are not valid. They're conjured up, they're fabricated, they're lies. And how do you stop the lies? You stop the lies with the truth is.
I'd read the same line 10 times, not knowing if it was actually better. Now, AI is my second set of eyes. Make this friendlier. Cut the fluff. Sharpen the hook. Boom. Instantly, I get variations that help me pick the best version without losing another hour. 5. Automate the repeatables. Templates, FAQs, recurring messages, all of it lives in AI now. Instead of rewriting the same explanations over and over, I've trained it on my tone and style. It spits out polished replies while I focus on the stuff that actually matters. Storytime, the 2-hour workday test. The first time I tried running my full day through this system, I was skeptical. Could I really squeeze 8 hours into 2? So I set a timer. 2 hours, no cheating. I loaded up my to-do list. Write a blog post, draft 3 client emails,
skill, you have the knowledge and the support, willpower and the discipline to get it done.
The fruit of everything good in life begins with a challenge. Then is a pill that's worthwhile. And it's going to come to you and
prep slides for a meeting, and brainstorm ideas for a campaign. Normally, this would drag me through an entire day. Here's what happened. Blog post draft, 25 minutes. Emails, 15 minutes total. Slides, 40 minutes. Brainstorm, 30 minutes. When the timer dinged, I stared at the screen in disbelief. Everything was done, not half done, done. The biggest misconception about AI, a lot of people think AI is about cutting corners or cheating. That's not it at all. AI doesn't remove the human part of the work. It just clears the weeds so you can focus on planting the flowers. I still add the heart, the humor, the intuition, but instead of wasting hours wrestling with the basics, I jump straight to the parts that only I can do, the real gift, time freedom. Here's the thing nobody tells you. The best part of using AI isn't productivity, it's freedom.
it's not going to fall in your lap, and it's going to be something that, oh my God, it just was so simple. It's always going to be difficult.
If wanted, you gotta go get it.
This is a chance. This is your moment. This is your time. This is your place. This is your
I cut my workday down. I didn't use those extra hours to squeeze in more work. I used them to actually live. Long walks, midday workouts, lunch with friends, reading books I'd been putting off. Why most people fail. With AI now, let me be honest, most people who try AI never get past the toy phase. They ask it to tell jokes, or they expect it to spit out a perfect novel in one shot. And when it doesn't, they shrug and say, not for me. The shift in identity. Something surprising happened after a few weeks of using this system. I stopped identifying as busy. You know how people wear busyness like a badge of honor? Like, oh, I'm swamped, I'm slammed, I'm drowning in emails? That used to be me. I thought being busy meant being important. But now, I don't want to be the busiest person in the room. I want to be the freest. I want to be the one with ideas, energy, time. The one who can actually say yes to life outside of work. That's the quiet power of this system. It doesn't just change your schedule.
opportunity.
This is my time. This is my moment. Tomorrow. Ain't no such thing as tomorrow. We only got today. It's your dream. If you want to have it, rise and grind.
It changes how you see yourself. Jarks, building your own 2-hour workday. Okay, so how do you actually build this into your life? Here's where I'd start. 1. Pick one task you hate. Offload it to AI today. Don't overthink, just try. 2. Create a repeatable prompt. Think of it like training wheels. You'll use it again and again. 3. Batch your work. Don't bounce around. Run similar tasks through AI in one sitting. 4. Refine your voice. Teach it how you talk. The more you feed it examples, the better it mirrors you. 5. Reinvest your time. Don't just fill the space with more busy work. Use it to breathe. That's it. No complicated apps, no 47-step tutorials, just small, consistent steps. Story time, the Sunday afternoon. Surprise. One Sunday afternoon, I sat down with my laptop, determined to prep for a heavy week. Normally, that meant sacrificing half my weekend. But with my system, 2 hours later, everything was lined up.
Get your butt up and make it happen. If you wanted to have
We got work to do. Stay on that basketball court. Stay on that football field. It's grind season, homie.
Emails, slides, even ideas for posts. I closed the laptop, looked outside and thought, wait, I still have the whole day? So I went for a bike ride, stopped for ice cream, called an old friend. I lived my Sunday instead of burning it at the altar of Monday. That's when I realized, this isn't just about saving hours, it's about saving moments. The kind of moments you don't get back. Perfect. I see exactly what you want. You don't want me to add or remove ideas. I'll just expand what's already there. Richer descriptions, more conversational flow, more emotion, and more storytelling so it feels fuller and more human. Here's the expanded version of your text. Final thought. Here's the unfiltered truth, the kind that most people avoid saying out loud. You can keep grinding. You can keep forcing yourself to work longer hours, dragging yourself out of bed before the sun rises and collapsing long after everyone else is asleep. You can keep convincing yourself that exhaustion is a badge of honor, that your tired eyes are proof that you're serious and committed. You can wear that fatigue like war paint and tell yourself that being busy automatically makes you important. Or there's another option, a quieter, smarter option. You can choose to step off that treadmill. You can decide to stop running in circles and finally build a system that works for you instead of against you. A system that doesn't just save you minutes here and there, but gives you your life back. A system that lets AI carry the heavy, repetitive, soul-draining weight it was built to carry while you finally breathe again. That's the choice I made. And I won't sugarcoat it. It changed everything. The shift was almost shocking. One day, I was drowning in inboxes, drafts, half-finished projects, and urgent little tasks that somehow ate entire afternoons. The next, I had space. Suddenly, I had 6 hours of my day back. 6 whole hours that weren't swallowed by noise or busyness. And what did I do with them? I lived. I actually lived. Some days, that extra time means taking a long, slow walk where I can hear myself think again. Other days, it's curling up with a book I'd been meaning to read for years, reading without guilt, without feeling like I should be working instead. Sometimes it's laughing over an unhurried lunch with friends, feeling fully present instead of sneaking glances at my phone. And yes, sometimes it's even just sitting still, doing nothing, letting the silence remind me that I'm not just a machine built for output. So let me turn the question back to you. What about you? Right now, in this very moment, think about it. If 6 hours suddenly opened up in your day, not in some vague future, but today, what would you do with them? Would you finally pour them into that project you've been putting off for years? Would you give yourself permission to rest, to catch your breath? Would you use them to create, to travel, to explore, to reconnect with people and passions that light you up? The question isn't whether you could find those hours. You can. The tools exist. The systems exist. The possibility is right in front of you. The real question is this: what will you do with yours? Try one small shift today. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when things slow down. Today. Don't overthink it. Don't wait until Monday. Don't tell yourself you need the perfect plan or the perfect moment. Just pick one task, the one that drains you most, the one that leaves you sighing every time it lands on your plate, and hand it off. Offload it. Let I take that weight, even just for a trial run. Then pause. Notice how it feels when it's not hanging over you anymore. Notice the breath of fresh air in your day. Notice the space that opens up when even one small piece of the puzzle is lifted off your shoulders. That tiny spark of freedom is proof of what's possible when you stop carrying everything yourself. Because here's the thing: big change doesn't arrive in a single dramatic leap. It's built in layers. It happens through small, imperfect actions that slowly build momentum. And that momentum is exactly what begins to give you your life back, one decision at a time. So if you want more, if you want to hear more stories like this, more behind-the-scenes strategies, more real-world ways to work less while living more, stick around. Subscribe. Be part of this conversation. Every single week, I'll share the honest, practical, and proven ways I've found to reclaim time, to cut the clutter, and to make space for what really matters. Because life is far too short to waste it chained to an 8-hour desk. It's too short to measure your worth by how busy you look. And the truth is, you don't have to live that way anymore.